Odell Beckham entertained rumors that he might want to play for the Packers. He he also did a bunch of other stuff this week. There's a bet out now where he's gonna land, and he was asking the NFL, "Hey, NFL, I'm not technically a player right now. Can I get in on this?" But he was kind of, people were asking, "Oh, well, he should go to the Packers," and Odell was like, I think he was like liking the comments or commenting on them. I'm not sure exactly. I forget, but what do you think? Do you see him going to the Packers? Do you think there's a big chance he goes to the Packers, or where do you think he would? You have a place you think he's going to end up?
Well, me personally, I don't mind him going to the Packers, but I don't think he should go to the Packers because of this reason why. If Aaron Rodgers couldn't get the job done with, Delonte Adams, him being his main receiver, and we all know how Delonte Adams get down. That's probably one of the best receivers in the league right now. If he couldn't get the job done with him, and I'm not, and this is completely no disrespect to Odell Beckham at all. It's just I feel like Odell Beckham is not that number one receiver yet. He can get there again, but just coming fresh off of this injury, I don't think he could be a number one receiver. And I feel like that's what the Packers need right now, a number one receiver. And I mean, I do feel like Odell could definitely add to that young core with Lazard and all those other guys. But if he wants to win right now again, I don't think going to the Packers would be, the best bet. And I mean, I hate to say it, Aaron Rodgers really ain't the best quarterback in the playoffs anyway. You know what I'm saying? He's a bad man through the regular season, but he's not a bad man in the play. He's not a bad man in the play.
No, not at all.
And but in my honest opinion, I feel like he should go to the Bills. I mean, I feel like that's the perfect setup for him. He can either play the slot or he can be the number two. You know what I'm saying? And he won't have to worry about double coverage or anything because of Stephon Diggs. And I would say possibly go back to the Rams, but just how the Rams, formulating right now that offensive line, and it seemed like Cooper Kupp is pretty much the only main target. He's getting 14 targets almost every game. I don't know. So with Mr. Allen Robinson, I thought he was going to come over there and possibly do something, but I don't know. I don't think the Rams will be the spot for him because I don't think Stafford will have enough time right now to actually get them the ball because that offensive line is a straight hit right now. So I say, me personally, I say go to the Bills. I feel like that's the perfect setup for him. You got the defense, and you don't have to be that guy just yet.
Yeah, if I'm Green Bay, I'm trying to develop Romeo Dobbs. This kid looks special. I want to see what I got at him first before I just bring in another player and bench him. Obviously, he's got a lot of chemistry with Lazard already. For me, it's Kansas City, man. I say he goes to Kansas City. I think Kansas City is more primed to win right now than Buffalo. It's a personal opinion, just because they have a running game. Buffalo doesn't really have a running game, and I know you can win without one, but it's not easy. Maybe Buffalo has a better defense than Kansas City. You could argue that, but I think Kansas City needs to go out and add another wide receiver. And I think Odell Beckham would be perfect for that. That's my opinion. But for me, it's Kansas City. But yeah, I mean, I can see a slight chance he goes to Green Bay, but I don't think they're the favorites at all. One of the favorites, I think, is San Diego, actually. But, you're trying to win right now. I'm not trying to go play for a good team that puts up nice numbers. San Diego is the Angels. You know what I mean? Otani and Trout will have 2-3 home runs a game.
Right?
Huh?
I'm sorry, never mind. Go ahead.
Otani and Trout will have 2 or 3 homers in a single game and lose 8-3. You know what I mean? Like it's that guy. And the Chargers, Justin Herbert leads the league in yards, and yet they keep losing games. That's just who the Chargers are currently. We'll see. Maybe they change, but if I'm Odell, man, I'm trying to go to Kansas City. Bills are a good one, but it's just, I think Bills should maybe try to go get someone off that stacked Pittsburgh roster, maybe Chase Claypool or something. Try to bring in someone that you don't have to sign for a big contract, but I think Odell might get him on a budget. So if he's available, definitely go after him.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't really see Odell getting signing a big, huge contract right now. I mean, I definitely feel like he's going to get over 6, maybe 10 million, but I don't really.
Well, if he's only playing half a season, he might not.
Well, okay, yeah, that's
But you
fair.
might
Fair.
get him on a really good contract. Who knows? But
But I
yeah,
mean, there's still no really no timetable of what he's saying when he's really coming back. Honestly, so that's why I'm saying I don't know if he's going to come back in the middle of the season or if he's going to sit out the whole season. But regardless, I won't say I don't think he's going to get a big contract yet, but he's going to get some type of money, of course, because of course he performed in the Super Bowl before that injury, so he definitely deserves to get his money for sure, for sure. So
I mean, I'm not gonna belabor the point, but like the Titans could use him.
hell,
They're a team that's right, that's competitive, but also definitely needs a receiver. There's a couple teams out there, but I think the favorites, yeah, are
he
probably
is not
Buffalo.
about to go mess with Tannehill, bro. That is OVO, bro.
I mean, Tannehill and AJ Brown were special last year.
Man,
They had a nice connection. So,
look,
and I know
Brown left
AJ
for a reason.
Brown, yeah, AJ Brown is good with anybody, I'm sure. But you know, Tannehill is a game manager, but I do think that he is probably the best game manager in the game right now. I'll say that. Since Alex Smith is gone, I will say Tannehill's probably the best game manager in the game.
We're gonna say that's an argument for another day because man,
Well, he's not a
Tannehill,
gunslinger. He's not a gunslinger. He ain't Pat Mahomes. He ain't Josh Allen. He ain't none of them guys. He's definitely he's a dink and dunk. He's 5 here, 7 there, 8 there.
and
But
then
that
interception.
yeah.
Right. But
But yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of teams that can use him. We'll see who wants him the most, and hopefully he gets paid. Hopefully he recovers though, 100%. That's all we really want
yeah,
to see.
that's all I really care about. I just want to make sure that Odell is healthy first, because with coming off of two of those surgeries, that's gonna be tough. So I don't want him to rush. Take your time. It's really no rush to even come back because I mean you already are a high commodity. So I mean honestly, you can pick and choose where you want to go. So take your time, spend the time with your family, your newborn son, if I'm not mistaken. Take your time, bro.